Hi, this is Mary with Seer. This video is called, Is This You and Me in the 5D or Am I Just Tripping? This can be for anybody that's in separation, whether it's a month, a week, years, whether you're in other relationships or not. If you feel this person dreaming about them, and you just can't kind of, it's almost like they're calling you. And you're feel like most of the time you're pretty level-headed, you make good decisions. All right, so here we go. You know what I'm saying. Three of the Page of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups reversed. Oh, Six of Pentacles reversed. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Two of Cups reversed. Seven of Pentacles. And the Wheel. So I'm going to do this with one deck. And then I might go into another deck. I heard a reader today. She said, sometimes you got to play the whole deck. That's the way this was set up. So I thought that would be fun to go back to one deck and see how much information we can get from one deck instead of the duplicates of multiple decks, okay? All right, so the Page of Swords here. It's so hot in here. Yard work I was doing before this. So Page of Swords usually means there's some incoming information. It could also be a contract, but in this kind of situation where it's in love, my goodness, this could be the information that you're getting, right? Because it's spiritual, it's thoughts, it's coming. It comes fast. It's like the thought pops in your head. So this is saying you are receiving information. Wow. And then Six of Pentacles reversed. So upright, it is like reciprocity in kind of physical relationships, whether it's, equal money for work, equal relationships, like I listen to you, you listen to me. And evidently there was not reciprocity. The relationship, or the way it may still feel now, is there wasn't balance, okay? There wasn't balance, and you still kind of feel off balance. Okay. Just when it comes to that. I'm not saying you're off balance, because I have the same kind of messages and I am not off balance in any way, especially now. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords. So this is a card of feeling like, gosh, is this, is it me? This is that circular thinking when you're saying, is this person really thinking about me? Are we really communicating? Or is this all in my head, We're going to expand, but isn't that interesting that card came out too? That's the messages, and is it just me? Wow. Okay. So we have the Queen of Cups reversed. And this is somebody that is not, this is a love that's not, like emotionally balanced. There's some kind of, is it emotional? So maybe somebody wasn't available emotionally. So this is a female, like a feminine right in this picture. So it could have been the female or the feminine party in the relationship. And it could have been either you were not open, maybe something shut down your emotions, or it was them. So, and there are like I have a masculine personality, and so I battle men for power, and it's just ridiculous because I don't mean to. And I think they come in, because I can flip back and forth because I'm a Gemini. Anyway, so moving on. Then we have the Four of Cups. So it's kind of interesting because she's right there. She's saying, I'm here. This is me. Yes, this is true. You can feel my emotions. They're connecting with your emotions. So what's interesting is in the 3D, maybe you and this person, or we weren't open to love. But in the 5D, it sure seems like that we're connected. And I don't know. I mean, I'm still kind of deciding about the twin flame and the soulmate thing. I think there's people like we feel like we know, but I think we can love a lot of people too. And that's just my opinion though, right? Okay, so 4 of Cups. It's right here. You can feel it. And you're hoping that you'll get over it. You're hoping it'll get better. And that's kind of waiting and kind of being dissatisfied where you are, but knowing things will get better. So sorry. 2 of Cups is the soulmate. It's kind of the, how do they say, like a soulmate twin flame card, which is interesting, but it's flipped. So maybe that's saying no, or maybe that's saying, I don't know what that's saying. We'll have to think about that. Maybe it is saying no, it's not. But we'll get more information. If we get another kind of those other cards that show the same thing, even though it's only one deck, we'll be able to see if we are going to be going in that direction. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles. This is so when you're in a relationship and you get to that stage, maybe after you get married or you get engaged, and maybe after you move in together, when you're kind of just sitting there watching TV and you're kind of bored, but you know, it's relationships have different cycles. And this reminds me of, am I in the right place? Maybe you're asking yourself that now, reflecting back on the relationship. You find yourself back there over and over. Did I do the right thing? And maybe I should have waited during that time when I was... Should I have waited when I was kind of bored? And I didn't know if the direction was right. Should I have waited through it or talk to them? Because you see, when your heart isn't open, then you can't... It's really hard to talk about your feelings. It's hard for most people to talk about their feelings anyway. Okay, so now we have the Wheel. So the Wheel of Fortune was a change of fate. Maybe somebody decided that this wasn't a long term, or this wasn't what you thought it was. But maybe somebody was wrong. Maybe not. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to look at the 6 of Pentacles reverse and the Page of Swords and see if we can get some more information about the messages and the feeling that, you know, it wasn't fair. So this is the 8 of Wands. This is so funny. This is a message, and this is a not communicating. So this may be the only way that you can communicate. 8 of Wands is communication, like this. This is not in communication. Interesting. Okay, let's do one more, please. And this is the High Priestess. You're not sure if you're not really trusting your intuition here. Because it feels like it could be your imagination. Also, maybe you're not really good at connecting with your intuition either. And the High Priestess reverse is also about a secret. Maybe there's a secret that needs to come out. Okay, we're going to move on and kind of look at more information. 8 of Swords and the Queen of Cups reverse. We're going to look at that. Ace of Wands. Ten of Wands reversed. Okay, you want to, wanting to release the burden, but you're having a hard time because you're not able to, like, start over. New love, new passion. Even if you're with somebody, that doesn't mean that you have new passion. That you're, wow. Okay, let's do another one. I don't know, it seems wow to me, but the Moon. So here's the secret again. Talking about intuition again. This Moon is big time about emotion. It's also about, how do you want to say that? It's also making the same mistakes because of trauma. Trauma from the past. So maybe, just throwing this out there, I just got a message. Maybe some kind of trauma from your past, or both of your past, gets you stuck in this place over and over. Maybe that's why certain relationships have the same cycles until we move past that trauma, whatever it is for us, right? Okay, so let's look at the Four of Cups, and the Two of Cups reversed. We have the Empress reversed. Okay, I'm still going to go. Ten of Cups. This is about the happy family. Yeah, happiness, happy family. Home, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, abundance. And the Empress reversed and the Lovers reversed. I want to think about those just a little bit longer. I bet you already know what that is because you guys are pretty intuitive. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Wheel. We have the King of Wands. Another one. Six of Cups. This is thinking about the past. This is kind of fond memories of the past. This is kind of, it's kind of like that soulmate thing. Keeps kind of reflecting that. King of Wands. This is somebody that is ready to go forward, and it's it's a masculine energy. Somebody that's ready to take the initiative, to make the change, to go forward. This is a person that faces their fears, initiates change, takes the lead. All right, so I have the Ten of Cups. So we didn't see that this could be a happy family. We didn't see that this is the person you wanted, that you kept looking at her like she wasn't that the feminine wasn't that. Maybe that's because she couldn't open her heart. We didn't think she was opening her heart. Maybe she was. You know, because don't you think that a lot of our life is about perception? Okay. So if this is an incoming message, then the message may be about how the person perceived the situation. You know? But now they feel they can change, that the fate can be changed, that they can make a difference. That they can wait through those times, the times, and reflect and say, no, I should have waited. Feel like I should have waited because this person is still there. All right. Tell me about this, please. The two of Cups reversed and the Empress reversed. Why these are upside down, or what this is trying to say to us. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to keep going. The Tower. Page of Wands. So because we weren't moving, Knight of Pentacles reversed. So when it's upright, you're moving forwards towards a common goal. You're building and you're moving slowly. But it's the most permanent things are built slowly, you know. And so because that wasn't happening, we weren't moving forward. Then we had the divine intervention of the Tower. But the Tower came, and the direction, the reroute was made in your lives. But it wasn't over. It was like you couldn't get past that. Because you still had the fire, you still had the desire. Sometimes the towers come down to rebuild, and maybe the connection is keeping this from being completed. And that's why the desire, the passion is still there. It feels like this is from masculine to the feminine, doesn't it? Okay, well, what can we, is somebody going to communicate here? Nine of Pentacles. Oh. Temperance. Here's where the... Wow. Okay. So, the Hangman is a card of... Okay, so you're hanging around and thinking about it until your view changes. So, when something is in your head long enough, and this is what we're doing right now. We're saying, well, why is it still here? So we're looking at it in a different way, and a different way, and a different way. Does that make sense? Okay. So, I think, pretty sure this is the masculine that's really connected. That's holding it, okay? Because, see this one? Because we have a feminine here. So, and then the broken heart and all that. Okay. So he may have broken her heart. That's kind of the way it feels. You can let me know if that's close. Nine of Pentacles. So now he sees her for who she is. Look at this. She's radiant. She is abundant. And what they wanted to build together, she just went forward in building it. And then we have Temperance here. And she's being divinely guided what to do. She's connected with her spirit, with God's spirit, ancestors. So she can remain balanced because this was difficult for both of them, okay? And she trusts that she's going in the right direction. So, is it enough for both people to look at this from a different perspective? Because here's what we're hearing a lot lately, and I know you probably know this too if you listen to tarot. You know that they're saying... that we say, some things have to be torn apart to be put back together, and so that we can appreciate what we had, and we wouldn't have made the changes in our life if that person was there because the relationship was too codependent. Okay, so let's see where we're at right now. What can we look forward to in the near future? Ace of Cups. Lovers, reversed. The Hermit. Two of Swords, reversed. One more. Five of Cups. Alright, so Five of Cups is, I'm going to start here. Ace of Cups is a new offer. It's loving ourselves, but then it's also a new offer for a relationship. It's a restart. And if there's been enough pain and enough growth, a restart is not only necessary, but incredibly beneficial. Next card that came out was a Lovers. Okay, the Lovers reverse. So that I think is the conversation that needs to happen. Why we couldn't see each other for who we are yet. In the 5D we can. What are we afraid of? What do we need to face? That's the Moon, right? That's not being able to open our hearts. But now that we've healed and given ourselves love, you have to have self-love to give it to somebody else because you have no worth otherwise. I mean, you just don't have the same amount of worth. Let me put it that way. The next one that came out was the Hermit. So the Hermit is all about taking the lessons and looking at them and being on your own for a while and looking at them and sitting at them and thinking about them. But it is a peaceful place. And there may be pain there with all that red, but it's emotions and fire and passion. And now with that information and saying, okay, well, maybe I can see why that happened. Maybe I can see why that happened. But now she has a lantern. Now she's guided. She can say, okay, I have an idea of where I want to go now. And with this relationship or any relationship, he or she can say, now I know what I want. Now I know how to move forward no matter what. She also has this raven there. Birds are connected to spirit. So that's probably her spiritual guidance, who she talks to in her moments alone. Like, what am I going to do? What is this trying to tell me? There. Okay, and so you have Two of Swords reversed. So Upright Two of Swords is being kind of stagnant, not knowing the decision to make. When it's reversed for me, okay, so everybody kind of reads cards different, and then there's interpretation of the books and all that. Reverse to me says, there's only one decision I have. This is the only decision. I have to be willing to look at this. I have to, but if it's in a lot of your thoughts and it's not, I mean, you're not mad anymore. You want the best for this person, but gosh, can you let me move on, please? That's the thing, okay? Why do I keep having to revisit this? Because those emotions still haven't been completely changed. The negative thoughts are still there, and they need to be transmuted. Transmuted into the lesson. I know, it sounds crazy. So what's a lesson? Maybe things happen just so we can grow. And the most painful experiences help us grow. Not the only thing. And the other thing is, how could somebody love me that much and hurt me so bad? But maybe they're thinking that of us too. Let me get a couple more cards. The Chariot reversed. Two of Pentacles reversed. Three of Wands. Okay. So if we want the abundance that we desire, whether it's this thing fixed or another one with a person that we can consider like a soulmate, the ultimate relationship, a relationship that's reciprocal and loving, then we have to be able to release what happened in the past. That although it hurt, we were both going through stuff. And we were the other half of the team. As much as we don't want to admit that, we want to be the victim sometimes because maybe the other person outwardly did the wrong thing. Maybe they went to somebody else. Because that looks tangible and different. We can say, well, that was... See what they did? But if our hearts weren't open, and that's no excuse for what they did. I'm not condoning that in any way. But decisions by two parties still get you to the place you were. So anytime we could have said, no, I can't open my heart, I can't do this. You see that? Another person could have said, well, I can't be honest, I can't be faithful because I'm too confused. You see, it's like it still wasn't reciprocal. Okay. Chariot. So in order to move in the direction that you want, in any direction, whether you want to move away, or whether you want to move towards someone else, or whether you want to try to make this work, you have to regain the balance that was lost. The juggling is still going on in both of our lives. It's still going on because we're still here. We're still here. So what do we need to do to transmute the negative energy we're still holding on to? Is it the last of our dreams? Is it like the last of our, the happily ever after? The happily ever after, where nobody has to put any effort in, where nobody has to be introspective? Yeah, I hear you. Okay, Three of Wands. So the outcome, if we can face this, why do we want to face this? It's not just so we can make this come back. It can never be about that. It needs to be so we can receive the rewards that are waiting for us that we have blocked by our broken heart. You know? So, there you go. I would say definitely is a conversation in 5D. And doesn't mean that they can come back. But it does mean that maybe we both still need to be kind in our thoughts of each other and ourselves. Maybe that's just a good place to start. Anyway, I hope this helped. Actually, helped me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.